Starting today a new sermon series called Heroes. We're going to use a few guys for the Old Testament to share with you about them. So we are very excited about that. Before I want you to get your calendar. I want you to separate two very important days that we have coming up. First, May 16th. May 16th is a Saturday. I want you to pray about it. I want you to invite people. We're going to have our first college service. May 16th, we're going to have the first college service. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to be in the community center, so we are very excited about that. That's May 16th. On May 30 is a Saturday too. We're going to have the whole church. We want the whole church to go to El Farito. Everybody know where it's at? Everybody know where it's at? Thank you. All right, so we're going to have a picnic there in the beach, and we're going to have baptismal there. So if you want to be baptized, please let us know. It's going to be a great day to be there. So I want you to put a little note in your calendar in there. We're going to have a great time. I hope to see you there. We already have one of those churches there, right? Thank you. Reserved for the church, so we already have the place where we're going to be that Saturday. Going to be a great time. Please continue prayer for the mission trip to Guatemala. You want more information about that? We have a table outside where you can learn more about this mission trip. It's not. We can't bring anybody else. We already closed that, but it's a lot of ways that you can help with that mission trip. Heroes or superheroes. You know what is my favorite one? Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. You know why? Because he's the only one that is very poor. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't have anything. He has to fight for everything. He didn't have, the whole technology like Batman or Superman or those guys. He has to do his own dress and the whole thing. So I love that guy because he has to fight for everything. And I'm sure everyone in here has one hero in his life. And I don't know, it's a superhero, it's a regular hero, whatever it is, but I'm sure everyone in here, we have that person that we love, and that person will always inspire us to continue forward. And today we're going to start with Moses. He's, can't say in the Old Testament, maybe it's in the three top. In the New Testament, let's say maybe Abraham and David, they should be the other two. Abraham, David, and Moses, the three more important guys in the Old Testament, referring to Israel. It should be the three most important guys in the Old Testament. And when Joseph was in Egypt, and he bring his family, it was around 72 people. They came to Egypt at that point. 400 years later, Moses came out from there with more than 1 million people, maybe 1.5 million. So I want you to imagine him coming out to a desert with 1.5 million people. All right, get to the point and say, all right, guys, let's have a camping here. Let's camp here. Let's put all the tent in here. And then you have to work with 1.5 million people. And I don't know how you provide for everybody in there, water, food, problem, situation. You have your family and you have 10, 15 people in your family and you have so many problems in your family. Can you imagine 1.5 million just coming out from there? They didn't know anything about how to be a country or how to be a nation. They didn't know how to do almost anything. And then Moses had to do everything around them. It was not system, not government. It was nothing created for the people of Israel. And then Moses has to start from the beginning in everything. So the Bible said, and we're going to use Exodus chapter 18. That's what we're going to use today. It's impossible to share with you about everything about Moses today. But in the verse 13, it says something there. It said the next day, Moses took his seat to serve as a judge for the people, and they stood around him from morning till evening. The Bible said that Moses get there in the morning and receive everybody in there from morning to evening every single day to try to resolve, to find solution, to give them advice what they have to do in any situation. Let me tell you this, it's very important. To be a hero, to do something important, to do something relevant, you have to work hard. In our society today, you're going to find a lot of people that they want to do something right away. It's like a microwave system. You know, you put it in there 30 seconds, it's hot coming out, that's it. Our society, everything is fast, everything is now, everything is right now. You know, you're going to a drive-through, you say, I want a number 14. You don't say what you want. You don't have to explain what kind of food do you want. It's just a number. Give me a 1, give me 2. So sometimes they ask you what you want to drink, and then you choose between there, but everything is like that. You get to a drive-through, give me a number 14, and that's it. You're drawing a little corner, so you pay, and in the over window you have somebody else who give you the wrong food, and you don't care. You find out after 3 or 4 blocks. Because everything is fast today. Everybody wants everything now. I want everything now, but if you want to accomplish something important in your life, you have to work hard. The Bible said that Moses was there from the morning to the evening, every single day. He understands that to take his people forward, he has to work hard. When you read the Bible, you find out Jesus said something that is always bring my attention. Jesus said, my Father is at work, and I'm working here. You are a lazy person, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anything important in your life. You're never going to be a hero. And you have Jesus in your heart, and you understand what Jesus' point of view, everything. Jesus was a very hard worker. He really worked for what he wanted, what God called him to do. The same thing with the disciple. You realize they was preaching the gospel every time. They was doing something from the church. They were doing something every time. Lazy people, they are not good Christians. That's for sure. And you want to grow, a spiritual growth, you need to work hard. If you want to marry, to be fine or to be good, you have to work hard. If you want any relation among you to be in good condition, you have to work hard. Nothing coming like I'm here and everything is coming down from heaven. I don't have to do anything. No. Everything takes work. Everything takes hard work. Every important thing in life. That's why I don't play lotto. I don't play lotto. I don't play that. Because the Bible says whatever is coming easy is going to go easy too. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is I don't trust number. I trust God. Only God. I don't trust anybody else. That's the reason why I don't play lotto. But you want to do something important. You want to to do something to transform whatever is around you, you really have to work hard. The Bible said in the middle of that situation, Moses' father-in-law came to see him. And I would like to share with you 4 things that it really bring my attention about Moses. First of all, if you want to be a hero, you need to listen. You need to listen, all the people. You need to listen, everybody around you. You need to listen, God. You need to listen. And to listen, sometimes you need to shut up. You need to be quiet. You know, sometimes we want to be the hero, and the way that we want to do this is we never stop saying something. We never stop giving my opinion. We never stop tell people what we believe. We never let anybody else to say what they believe or what they want. If you want to be a hero, you need to listen. The Bible said that his father-in-law came to him and said, Moses' father-in-law replied, "What are you doing? It's not good." Let me ask you something this morning. Do you believe that anybody around you can come to you and say, what you're doing is not right? Or you are one of those people that nobody ever can tell you that you are wrong? I'm guilty on charge of that. Next May, we're going to celebrate our 20th anniversary, me and my wife. Yeah, she's a hero. She is a hero. And I remember the first year, the first 6 months, something that I realized that I was not perfect. You know, when you are the younger one in your family, sometimes they don't tell you that you make mistakes. Sometimes they don't tell you that. So I grew up, everybody tell me that I was perfect. Specific, my mom. Don't say this, but please, don't. Thank God she don't speak English. So, all right, so don't say this. But she never told me you're doing this wrong. You're doing something wrong. So I get married. I went there. How dare you tell me I'm wrong? That was the first time almost in my life somebody stuck to me and said, "Hey, what are you doing? You're doing something wrong." I said, "What?" It was like then I started fighting. I'm not wrong. I'm right. I did this for this. And then I start defending myself. Of course, thanks to God and thanks to her, I realized that I make a lot of mistakes. And there's nothing wrong to understand that. But you never had those people in your family or work that nobody can come and say, "Hey, maybe you could be wrong." You really want to be a hero, you need to listen. People around you. You need to give them the freedom to come to you and say, "You're wrong. You're doing something wrong, man. You need to change. To be better, to make this relation better, to whatever you want to do. If you want to get better, you need to listen. Specifically, we need to listen God. We need to listen to the Holy Spirit when He says, "Hey, this is wrong. You need to fix this." Proverbs chapter 11 said, "For lack of guidance, a nation falls. That victory is won through many advices." You need to listen. You need to just give the people, let them know that they have the freedom to come to you and tell you, "Hey, you're wrong. You're doing something wrong. Let's talk about this. Let's find out about this. Let's do whatever we want to do." We are not perfect. I always share with the staff at the church. I say, "Guys, you believe that I'm doing something wrong, please, my door is open. My phone is on. You can call me anytime. We can share anytime. We can talk about this anytime. I'm going to tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. But feel free to come and have a free conversation, a free communication, because I am not perfect, and nobody is perfect. So you really want to be a hero for your children, you really want to be a hero for your wife or for your husband, you need to listen. You really want God to use you for His glory, you really want to do something extraordinary for His glory, you need to listen, God. You need to pay attention. And sometimes for that, we need to be quiet and just say, Lord, show me what is wrong. Show me if I have something wrong. Show me if I have to change something. Show me, because you are not perfect. The only one that is perfect is Jesus. So to be a hero, you need to develop that. And you need to let everybody else know that. You need to let your wife say, look, if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. The wife, they're very good about that. If you're doing something wrong, they're going to tell you. That's for sure. But sometimes as a husband, we don't, we are like we're perfect. Don't tell me that I'm wrong, because I'm getting defended in here. I always say a very good friend is a person who knows how to tell you, hey, you're doing something wrong. And I love you. Every time that, I have to say something like that to my children, I say, hey, I love you. I really love you, but you're doing something wrong. This is wrong, and you need to change. Because everything that we do is bring consequences to our life. So keep the communication open, to people to feel free to come and say, hey, you're doing something wrong. You need to understand, too, that we have witnesses. His father-in-law said to Moses, you and these people who come to you will only wear yourself out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone. We don't need to be Superman. We don't need to be Superwoman. We don't need to be super Christian. We don't need to be the Superman in the church. We don't need to. We only have one that is the super one. That is Jesus. We can do everything. Sometimes I have people who come and say, Pastor, do you know anything about this? I say, no, it's a person responsible in the church to do that. Go and ask that person, they're going to know. I don't need to know, and I don't want to know. Because the size of my brain is very slow, so I can put too much information in there. I don't need to know everything. I don't need to control everything. I don't need to micromanage everything. Because I know I can handle it. It's very important for us to understand that I can't do everything any time. To be a hero, you need to understand your weaknesses. You need to understand that you need somebody else. You need to understand that you need to pray and say, Lord, help me to do this. When Paul, it's a very interesting part of the Bible, Paul said that he prayed 3 times to God and said, Lord, I have this problem. Please, can you help me on this? Apparently, the answer from the Lord was no. You have to live with this. And the answer came in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. It said, but he said to me, Paul said, my grace is sufficient for you. It's enough. It's what you need. Or my power is made perfect. We don't agree with that phrase. What do you mean? In the society that we live, you need to be strong. The stronger one is the one who's going to be the winner, is the one who's going to be the hero. What are you talking about? The perfection of your power is happen when I understand that I need you. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. It's a very good business with Christ. It's a very good business. I realize I need you, then your power is going to rest in me. And I guarantee you, his power is more powerful than my power. So it's a very good trade. It's a very good deal. Sometimes you believe, sometimes I believe that we can do it all. Sometimes we believe that we have the power to do it all, and sometimes we make the mistake that we all mean nothing's going to be perfect. I don't know, you know those people. No, if I don't do it, it's not right. If I don't get my hands on there, it's not right. Something going to be wrong. You need to understand that you have problems to be a hero. Moses' father-in-law came to him and said, "Are you crazy? You're going to die. And at the end, it's going to be worse." So you need to realize your witnesses to let Christ do whatever he needs to do through you and your family. The third point is almost the same, but you need to delegate. When you understand that God provides all the people for you to listen, when you understand that you don't have all the power or everything that you need to do the work, you understand you need somebody else. You need to delegate. You need to find people. You need to empower people around you to give them the authority to do the job. That's why we emphasize so much in family group. That's why we want everybody in the church to be part of a family group, a group. That's why you need to be part of the church. That's why we encourage everybody to come to church and to be a part of the congregation, because that's a God idea. We are not here to live by ourselves, to do everything by myself. We need to understand that we need each other. Now, the person next to you, that person has something that you need, and you have something that person needs from you. And that's why the church is here. One of the reasons why the church is here. And we need to demonstrate that I need somebody. That I need my brother, that I need the person next to you, that I need other people. And then you need to delegate. You need to show them. You need to find somebody to do something for me. Our church, we normally, every Sunday, we have between 350, 400 people in here. Sometimes we have more. And I said, it's not way that I can know everybody by detail. It's no way that I can, be a shepherd for everyone. It's just no way. It's no way. I don't have the time. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the brain. I can't. I love everybody. But it's a reality. It's no way that you can do that. That's why in our church we have so many pastors. And we have leaders, and we have coaches, and we have people who lead a family group, and we have people who lead the leader of the family group. And we have a team, and we look people different than us to have the opportunity to minister people that they are different. In the society that we live in, the city that we live in here in Miami, you get people, they are so different from so many different backgrounds that it's no way that one person, one leader, one pastor, or whatever it is, it can handle everybody else. When you say that, you're really arrogant. It's not, you need people. You need to create a team. You need to have different people around you. Because, yes, I can get close to some kind of people, families. I can talk to them. But the number is going to be so few that I can't handle everybody. That's why we need people that are different. We need to bring different people to our staff. We need to bring different people to the church. Because we understand as a church that we're here to try to get everybody outside. And to get everybody outside, we need to find different people. That's why we have different pastors. We have different leaders in our church. That's why we need to be able to understand how important is the person that is next to me, that maybe he looks so different than me. When you look the church in the New Testament, the church was not everybody white and blue eyes. I had the opportunity to share with a group of pastors in the seminary like 2 months ago, and I told them, I believe when you have a sign in the front of your church and say, Iglesia Bautista Hispana de tal lado, or Spanish Baptist Church, that is not biblical. Or when we have a church for African American church, or we have an Anglo church, that's not biblical. What you mean in that sign is only Hispanic people can come here, or only African American people can come here, or only Anglo people can come here. The church should be for everybody. You cannot have a sign outside say only this kind of people is welcome here. That's not biblical. The church should be formed by so many different people, because that's the way that the church was in the Bible, and that's the way that the kingdom of God is. The church is not need to be divided by a language or color of the skin or where you come from. I was part of the church so many years ago, and I remember that they said, we've been looking for a music director. The church was looking for a music director. And the first characteristic that I was looking in that person was he needs to be Cuban. Say, what kind of the thing is that? They need to be Cuban. They need to be Christian. I don't care where they come from. I don't care what is the color of the skin of that person. I'm concerned with you go to a church and everybody look the same. Everybody look the same color of the skin, the same color in the eyes. That's not biblical. For the church to be biblical, especially in a city like this, the person next to you, they need to look different. Can't look exactly like you. And we need to be open to that. We need to look forward to that. The question that we need to ask is how I can bring somebody that is different than me. How I can take my comfort zone and try to get to the person next to me that is maybe coming from a different country or speak a different language or look different than me. Because the church has to show the community. And when you look around in this community, everybody looks different. But we need to delegate. We need to understand that we need somebody that has is capable to do something that I can't do. That's why it's so important, the first 2 points. You need to listen, people. You need to listen what they like. You need to listen their opinion. You need to listen what they need. You need to care about that. Because God called us to do that. To be a hero, we need to be like that. To be like Jesus, we need to be like that. We can't come to church and be happy because everybody look like me. Or everybody speak the same language like me. Church is not for me to be comfortable. Church is the place where I come to find out how I can reach others. And in our case, in this city, that person is going to be maybe very different than you. Paul, when he write to Timothy, he said, and the things you have heard from me say in the presence of many witnesses, entrust to reliable people who will also be qualified to teach others. Paul said to Timothy, what I teach you, you need to find people to teach them. That way they can teach others. It's like a big chain. I find you, you need to find somebody else for that person to find somebody else. Because it's not about me. It's not about what I can learn. It's not about how comfortable I am. I need to duplicate myself, let's put it like that. And I need to find people who want to do the same with other people, because we're here to share, to reach others with the gospel. And if we don't have that mentality, we don't believe it's only about me, we don't going to get anywhere. We're never going to be a hero. We're going to be using for God to do something amazing for His glory. And the fourth point is, you need to trust in what God is doing. Moses' father-in-law said to him, listen now to me, and I will give you some advice. And may God be with you. You must be the people representative before God and bring their dispute to Him. The idea is you need to trust what God can do. Sometimes we have to let it go. We like to control everything. We like to have everything in my hand. We like to have everything on the, micromanagement, everything, because that way nobody going to touch it. This is mine. This is, if I'm in control, I guarantee everything going to be wow. But when you listen to other people, when you understand they have a different point of view, when you understand you are not perfect, that you have so many weaknesses in you, when you understand that you need to delegate, you only have one choice. You have to trust God, what God is going to do. You have to trust what God is going to do in your neighbors, in your co-worker, in your wife, in your children. You have to let it go. You have to trust Him. I say, Lord, I understand. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do the best that I can. But I promise you that I'm going to listen to you, because I understand I don't have all the answers. And at the end, I trust you what you're doing. Because the last time that I checked, His idea is always better than mine. His way to work is always better than mine. His power is always better than mine. Yes, I want to be a hero. I want to be a hero for my wife. I want to be a hero for my children. I want to be a hero for my church. But the best way to be a hero is when we listen. When we open the communication channel to let somebody to come and say, hey, you need to change this. We need each other, because what God used His Word, the Bible, but God used people around us. I'm concerned with people today that be careful. Don't tell them anything. Don't tell them that they're doing wrong, because you don't want to see them again. We are so sensitive today. We have so many people in church today that don't tell them that it's something wrong, because you don't want to see them again. My brother and sister, if anybody can come to me and tell me that I'm doing something wrong, then I believe the Holy Spirit never going to tell me that I need to change something. You need to have the capacity to listen, because I guarantee you, in the same way that I guarantee you about me, that it's a bunch of things in my life that I need to change, that I need to get better, that I need to get wise. Listen. Somehow God is trying to talk to you what you need to get better, or what you need to change. We need to understand and say, Lord, I need you. There's no way that I can do this. I was reading a son that I put the word in the Facebook this week. My wife, she showed me that. I said, Lord, you take me to a deep water that I can't walk in there. It's too deep that I can't walk in there. Lord, you take me to some places that there's no way that I can make it by myself. My brother, when you realize that where God is taking you is no way that you can make it by yourself, there is only one answer: Lord, help me. Lord, I'm here. Let me know what I need to change, what I need to do, what I need to apply to my life, what I need to say, whatever it takes, Lord, I'm here. Show me. And then you need to trust God. You need to trust Him. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24. Say, by faith, Moses. I mean, trusting God. He said that it's a very interesting verse on the 22nd. He said he regarded this grave for the sake of Christ. I always say, okay, give me a second here. How Moses, he was in the Old Testament, he changed everything. He left everything for the sake of Christ, of greater value than the treasure of Egypt. How he could understand that? Okay, first of all, we understand that Christ, it was from the beginning. Jesus is God. Jesus is always there. His presence, he was there. But what the Bible means is the Moses took the way of God, the way of Jesus, to let everything that was not important for his life, and that he took the hard, the difficult way to glorify God. Trust Him. Left everything that didn't belong to the Lord, and then trust God to follow Him, to do whatever He asked him to do. Moses, he was a great guy. He had mistakes like everybody else. But God used him in a mighty way, in a very amazing way. God can do the same to you. You can be the hero in your life or in your family. You can be a hero for your wife or your children. You need to listen. You need to pray and say, Lord, show me exactly what are you expecting from me. What do you want from me? What do you want me to change? Lord, allow me to be used for you. Allow me to find others to work you together, to be part of the church, to be part of a family group. God called us to be a team, to be part of the team. And then you trust Him. The great plan that He has for your life. Sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes you try hard. Sometimes you say, I really want to do something important for His glory. I really want to be used by Him. But it's so difficult because I'm not perfect. I need so much. My brother, God wants to use you for His glory. And that makes you a hero. God called Moses. He said, look, I need you to do something. Moses, he was 40 years Egypt, coming out. He escaped from there for 40 years. And then he was in the desert with the people for 40 years. But I real feel very connected with him. Let me tell you why. Because when he was 40 years out of Egypt, and God called him and said, look, I need you to come back. I need you to go there and bring my people out. Moses said, Lord, look, I forgot the language. I don't know how to speak the language anymore. They don't know who am I. They don't know me. So he put a list of excuses in there. He told God, it's no way that I can do that. I'm going to need somebody to help me. And God said, don't worry, I had your brother. He's going to help you to translate you. He's going to help you to speak the language. He's going to help you to go there and to bring my people out. And when God calls you to do something, you always have a list. You always say, Lord, look, I missed this. I can't do this. It's no way. They're not going to accept me. They don't like me. You put a bunch of things in there. And my brother, you trust God. And you listen very careful to Him. And you open your heart and you understand how many things we miss, how many things we need. And you say, Lord, I'm here. I want you to provide for your glory, for your honor. Chapter 11, Hebrew chapter 11 is the hall of fame of the faith. When you read that chapter, you're going to find out a list of people that is like the hall of fame of the faith. People who trust God in an amazing way. Again, everything they trust God, and God used them in a great way. One day, I believe that's one of the chapters in the Bible that is not finished yet. I believe it's the Hebrew chapter 11. God is continuing that chapter. He put a name on there. This person trusts me in this situation, and that's why he's here. One day, you listen. One day you understand how you need Him. One day you ask for help and you trust Him. Your name too. It can be in the chapter 11 of Hebrew. One day when Jesus finished that chapter in His presence, He's going to put there your name and say, He trusts me in an amazing way. He is my hero. That's the only thing that God wants you to do. He wants you to trust Him. He wants you to do something from His glory, the same way that Moses did.